welcome back. It's still the Healthy Morning right here on Hstv. I am Savar Iden. Before we went on that very short commercial break, we saw James Yafi Kwesi with some, I think, interesting personalities right there talking about, the comedy award that will be happening this very Saturday. So right about now, it is the Infocus segment, and we are moving on to a very interesting topic. We are about to discuss a very interesting topic, talking about the pervasive issues surrounding our economy and also the society, talking about unemployment, not just in Ghana, but also worldwide. And we have other means to curb the unemployment situation in the country. The surge of unemployment is very high. We have other organizations coming in with other initiatives to ensure that youth get something to do. We have other skills that enable or can enable an individual, talking about the intellectual and career skills, and also, community engagement and all of that. I'm talking about public speaking, the act of public speaking. How can public speaking be able to help youth unemployment right here in the country? What are some of the ways? What are some of the measures? The roles and skills, the importance of public speaking that could help curb unemployment rate here in the country. And today in the studio, we have a renowned individual, a communication consultant. He is a man of many talents. Before we came, I was just talking to him about some few things, and he's the master of the game. I'm talking about the executive director of EKM Communications Consulting. He is in the person of Ifo Koku Mauto. Yes, I got the name very well because I was practicing it in my head. So today we are talking about the role of public speaking in youth unemployment. Evo.
My phone, have fun.
I'm stuck. I just know F1. What's the meaning of
F1 means, are you fine? Are you okay?
Okay.
And I responded with, yes, I am. Are you?
So what should I say?
A. Which is yes.
A.
Hello, ow. Which is no.
No. A. F4. Mefon.
Yes.
Okay. I'm trying.
Yeah, you're doing good. And you pronounce my name right. It's one of the few times my name is pronounced right by a host. So you got that credit.
I am well honored, I just had to practice like kuku. Well, what's the meaning of it?
Koku is kweku.
Wednesday born.
Akan, yes.
So today is your day.
It is. It is my day.
Interesting. And you are here right here on my seat.
Yeah.
And so are you ready for me?
Absolutely.
Okay. So let's delve into the matter of the day. We are talking about public speaking. We are talking about the role of public speaking and helping in youth unemployment right here in the country. First of all, when you talk about public speaking, a lot of people are associated to just communication, the act of just talking, the act of just moving from one place or the other, speaking. But in plain terms, what is public speaking?
Well, in the simplest terms, public speaking is communicating with another person in order to share an idea. Okay. For me, I always say the moment where an individual tries to convince another person that what they are saying is good, is true, as much as it can be, and so they expect the other person to believe that what they are saying is true, that's public speaking. Okay. As long as it's not with yourself and there's another person involved, where there is somebody speaking and somebody's listening, then there is public speaking. Technically, it's when there is an audience and you're speaking with them. So if you enter an interview room, that will be public speaking. As if you're interviewing for a job. What we are doing on the show this morning is public speaking, because even though I'm chatting with you, which in itself is public speaking, we're also chatting with the audience, which is another form of public speaking. Pastors do public speaking, show hosts, teachers, lecturers do public speaking, MCs do public speaking, panel moderators do public speaking, talk about it, politicians do public speaking. So there is a host of, in fact, everything has to do with public speaking. So I say it this way, there is communication in general. Right. there is non-verbal communication and then verbal communication.
Okay.
Non-verbal, of course, has to do with the
language, body.
Yes, the body, the non-verbal cues.
Okay.
The things you do without uttering a word or a sound.
Exactly.
Where words and sound come to play, then we have verbal communication.
Exactly.
Now, in verbal communication, we have the written and the oral.
Okay.
So even in verbal communication, when you write something and you post on Facebook, or you write a letter to find a job or to the DCE, you're actually doing public speaking.
Okay.
Because you are speaking through the word, the written word.
Okay.
And then when you move from there and you do oratory, which is using your voice and the sound that you produce to now communicate, send out a message, then you are also doing public speaking.
Okay.
Right. Now, but public speaking professionally involves everything communication, because the non-verbal and the verbal come together so that you can do professional public speaking.
Okay.
So a professional public speaker knows how to use their hands to gesture, to reinforce what they are saying. An unprofessional speaker may be able to speak with a nice voice, very succulent voice, but you would find that their non-verbals, which is the gestures, the facial expressions, the body movement, the language, is not corresponding or tallying with what they're saying. So public speaking is the art, the skill and the performance of putting verbal and non-verbal communication together with the aim of sending out a message that hopefully will convince an audience about what you're saying and convert them to your side.
Great, great, awesome. So I'd like to find out, does one need a special skill to be able to, you know, engage in public speaking?
I say yes and no, because no, because I'm thinking you're asking a special skill to mean, must I be born with it? Is it something that I have naturally? Public speaking is not, in biblical language, a talent. Okay. All right, so you're not born with it. Nobody is born with a microphone, I always say. We all came to the earth and realized, oh, microphone exists. So likewise, nobody is born with a football. Exactly. Right? Likewise, nobody is born with drumsticks. Exactly. Nobody is born knowing how to play the keyboard. These are skills that we learn. So is public speaking. So no, because you can learn it. I always say public speaking is a skill that, so everybody must and everybody should acquire it. Right? It's a skill. Therefore, you must and you should acquire it. Okay, you must because, look, public speaking, because it is embedded in communication, you cannot live without it. Whether you become a professional public speaker like myself or not, you would engage with your boss in the office. You will engage with colleague, staff or workers in the office. You will engage with your father if you're looking for him to pay your school fees or give you some money for something. At every point in time, we are engaging. And if you learn the skill of public speaking, your engagements become better and you can get better outcomes when you engage with people. So we must and we should learn it. Yes, because you must learn it. Like, it's not a given. Okay, you can just wake up one day and know it. It's not like in Ghana, we often say the child will grow into it. It's not something you grow into. If you do not know how to do it, if you do not take the time to invest in learning how to do it, you will not be good at it. So I say that we don't have good communication or bad communication. We only have effective communication and ineffective communication. So you can find an amazing politician who has amazing ideas about the economy, about the country, and would want to share those ideas. But every time he speaks on radio, there's a problem. Like there's something he says.
That doesn't make sense.
There are some politicians that if they are not reading a speech, there is always a scandal from what they say. And as I'm speaking, you can think of some people. Some of them are really big shots. That's the problem.
Controversies.
Good. So how do you learn to speak so that whether you're reading a speech or you're speaking extemporaneously or you are speaking impromptu, you are effective at what you do? Wow. That's what we're talking about. Okay. Like when I was coming here today, I didn't need to like go and read and research because I have done this for 10 years. I'm entering my 11th year now, professionally.
Okay.
But I've been doing this for very long. Yesterday, I made a post on Facebook. I said, I have never been unemployed.
Wow.
I don't know how unemployment feels like. Why? Because I have always buried myself in the skill of public speaking.
Wow.
At every point in time that I needed something, public speaking saved me.
Wow.
Even as far back as when I was like 5 years and helping in timber markets in Ashaiman. When I would get into trouble with the hooligans in timber markets, and they would want to beat me up, or I've never had to face somebody with a fist, because I'll speak my way out of it. Right? So public speaking is that important, and it's something that you must learn. You cannot assume that I will grow into it. I've seen people work for big time organizations who do not know how to speak very well. I've seen heads of institutions who cannot speak very well. I've seen SRC presidents who do not know how to communicate. So that's why it is a yes, as in it is a special skill, but it's a no because you don't have to be born with it. You can be an introvert and be an amazing, effective public speaker. You can be an extrovert and be an amazing, effective public speaker.
Great. You've made so many interesting submissions just in your talk right now. And I would say that we'll come to the employment part. You made a very, I don't know, I would like to know more. Probably my viewers also would like to know more about the fact that you've not been unemployed before.
Never.
Great. Before we come to that, I would like to find out, for individuals who are very, let me use the word timid. We have individuals that are very timid. They are not able to speak up, even when they are supposed to. I have so many instances where some friends, even at the workplace, do not know how to, convey their messages well. One would say that, well, I'm just in a board, I'm just in a particular circle. I don't really need public speaking. What is the importance that is driven for an individual to be able to speak well? Because one will be like, I don't need it. I don't really need it. But to you, what is the importance?
You do. You actually do need it. Everybody needs to learn public speaking. It's not just about standing on the stage and holding the microphone and trying to share a message. It's really not, that's not all there is to public speaking. It's not just about standing in front of students and trying to convince them, or standing in front of a congregation and trying to preach the word of God, or the word according to Muhammad, or the word according to Shinto. It's about knowing how to communicate, how to share your thoughts in the most effective ways. Give you an example. The first winner for our program, our contest, the Kasanufo Public Speaking Training and Contest, is from University of Ghana. She won the contest when she was in level 100 in the University of Ghana. We asked her 5 years later, why did you join the contest? She says, oh, I have gone through so much, I'd suffered a lot, and I had this burning desire to share my message.
Wow.
So she had a message that she wanted to share. And she was just looking for platforms to share it. I said, but why didn't you just like organize your own event or do something? She says, well, I had tried that. And often when I speak in front of people, I speak among people, they would always call me aggressive. They'll call me too knowing. They would consider what I say as offensive. Wow. Then I said, okay. So when you came to Kasanufo and you did the 8 weeks training, after that, did you stop saying the things that you used to say? She says, no. Did you change the way you used to say the things you used to say? Or did you change the people that you used to speak to? She says, no. I said, then what changed? She says, when I speak now, they consider me as confident. Wow. So there's this girl who used to be considered aggressive, like so aggressive, we don't want to hear her. Or by say, sorry, or babekasa. Now she's considered confident. Wow. Okay. I've been in class when I entered university in 2017. I had friends or colleagues in class who would whisper questions into my ears or write a question on paper and pass it up to me so that I can ask the question for them. And I had always thought, primary school is Chilensa, is course, right? SHS is Premier League and university is Champions League. So in my mind, by the time you get to the university, we are all
to be on the same level.
You understand? Exactly. But here was I'm not the best student in the class. I've never been like the best student in class, the most brilliant of them. No. But I've always been the most confident. And it's because I'm very confident in what to say and how to say it. And public speaking is not really about the what you say. It's about how you say it. Yesterday I was asking somebody, how do soldiers agree to go to war knowing that they may not come back?
Wow.
Like what convinces them? Like a soldier goes to war because there is a commander who has said something to them. But the commander is telling them that this war that you're going to, you probably will die. But the soldier still picks up their gun and goes, because it's not about you will die, it's about how he says it, right? A team of football players play very badly in the first round, and then the second round is like the game is turned around. What happened in the room when they went on break for that 15 minutes? The coach said something. It's not about what he said, it's about how he said it.
Exactly.
Right? A student feels confident to ask a question in class. He asks a question and then he's laughed at. The next day he doesn't want to ask the question anymore. What happened? It's the experience, right? It's what the lecturer said about that question, what other students said about that question. So often it's not about what you say, it's about how you say it.
Exactly.
And so you need public speaking not so that you can become a professional and get paid as a public speaker. You need public speaking so that you can become an amazing professional in whatever you do. Because it does not matter what you do. If you cannot express yourself about that thing, you're an amazing painter. You can draw, in 5 seconds, you can draw the president of the country. But when we call you to come and speak about your presentation, there's a problem.
Exactly.
How are you going to sell? You're an amazing photographer. You can take amazing pictures.
Great.
And then somebody asks, oh, but what is the concept behind this picture? You know the concept, but how do you speak it, right? You're an amazing entrepreneur. And then you go for an event and you meet potential investors. And they want you to talk about your business. They ask you, what is the brain behind this idea? And you know the thing. You know, you have the ideas. You cannot talk about it. I supported a friend over the weekend for his project. I was there to support him as a photographer. I went there to take pictures for him. But he was standing in front of the class and was talking. And look, it wasn't going well. So I realized that he needed help. But it was his program. I wasn't there to steal the show. So what did I do? I was observing and trying to pick up things that when we finish with the event, I'll tell him next time do it this way, do it that way, do it that way.
But because of our time, let's talk about your master class that is coming up. Our time is very, very limited. So let's quickly talk about it and then where it's happening and the people on board. Just in few minutes.
What we have is not a master class. Our master class starts in August. In the latter part of the year. What we have now is the championship. There is a public speaking contest. So we have a project called the Kasanufu Public Speaking Training and Contest.
I think viewers, we have that on the screen right now.
Right.
Yes.
And what we do is that for 8 weeks, we train people in public speaking. We have various trainers, including this year we had Kafui Day, we had Natalie Ford, we had Smart the Shining Sin, A.S. Jar, all the amazing names in public speaking that Toastmasters trainers, Celestina, Swansea, and the rest. So they train these people in public speaking in various topics like emotional intelligence in public speaking, how to do PowerPoint presentation in public speaking, how to do an interview, conduct an interview, how to MC an event, how to use your body language to reinforce what you say, all of that, how to fight fear or stage fright in public speaking. So they learn all of these things. And while they are learning all of these things, every day that we meet, they also perform a task. And so we put all of these together and then we have a finale. So on the 11th of May, 2024 at the Kofi Annan ICT Center, also known as the Ghana-India Kofi Annan Center for Excellence in ICT, we will have the finale of the contest. So this is the public speaking training and competition. We're done with the training and then we are now going to have the competition. So the competition is happening on that day. We have 30 contestants who've gone through the training and they're going to showcase what they've learned over the way. So ours is like a graduation, right? And at each graduation, you need to award like the valedictorian or you need to award people who have performed well in other spheres of the courses that they studied. So it's the same thing we're doing on the 11th of May 2024 at the Kofi Annan ICT Center in Osu.
All right. So any number you can put across? Yes.
So you can, if you want to attend the event, you can buy a ticket for either 50 cedis for a single or 90 cedis for double. And you can buy the ticket if you just went on Ego Ticket and just typed public speaking training and contest. You'll find tickets. You can also call 055-065-9417. You get Mausi on the line. Mausi is our executive assistant. You get her on the line. She would speak with you and book you in for a slot for the event. In fact, we have very limited slot because the place you're using is just a 200-seater capacity. Okay. So we have very limited slots, but you can still get in now. You can also get through to any contestant. So if you know a contestant, you can get through to them and you can get a ticket from them. The thing is that if you buy the ticket from the contestant, it's lower. If you buy from us, it's a little higher. So you want to make sure that you get to a contestant and buy from them.
All right, thank you very much, Ifo. Before we go, I'd like to do a very quick birthday shout out to, this one goes to Juliana Santi. Happy birthday, Juliana Santi. A wonderful friend that school gave me. I love you so very much. Enjoy your day. So this is a very beautiful shout out that is Juliana. And also we have wishing you a birthday as sweet and lovely as you. Every day with you is a celebration. Happy birthday, Paulina. Hope your special day is full of sweetest, happiest moments. So this is also a birthday wish right there to the beautiful Paulina. Very happy birthday to you. So viewers, this is all we have for you today. We're speaking to the executive director of EMK Communication Consulting, that is Efo Koku Mauto. So we spoke about the role of public speaking for unemployed youth right here in the country, and also the upcoming event that is coming on. So make sure you grab your
even my identity, I will rule my destiny. Oh Lord, keep blessing me, bad man no envy me. I will rule my destiny, destiny, yeah, yeah. I am a winner, I am a superstar, star, star. How you see yourself is just how you are, yeah.